Welcome back to Let's Be Real. This past week, I read a story about an old barn sitting in a farmer's field. A building contractor driving by stopped to ask the farmer if the old worn-out structure was for sale. Now, puzzled by the inquiry, the farmer asked why the old barn would be of value and interest to him. The contractor explained that he was constructing a new home and that the barn's lumber would make a beautiful addition to the rooms of the house. The farmer stood back and took a look at the old barn in the middle of his field. And here's a bit of the farmer's reflections on this. Here's what he says. Only years of standing in the weather, bearing the storms and scorching sun, only that can produce beautiful barn wood. Sure, it was a handsome building in its day. But since then, there has been a lot of winters past with the snow and ice and howling wind, and the summer's sun beat down on this old barn till all the paint has gone. And now the wood has turned silver gray. Now the old building leans and parts of it is falling apart and it looks tired. Yet this contractor has called it beautiful. He's actually said that you can't get paint that beautiful. And then it came to me, we're a lot like that, you and I. Only it's on the inside the beauty grows with us. Sure, we turn silver gray too, and we lean a bit as we get older. And we're not as agile as what we were when we were younger. But you know what? The good Lord knows what he's doing. And as the years pass, he's busy using the hard weather of our lives and the dry spells and the stormy seasons to do a job of beautifying our soul that nothing else can produce. And to think how often folks holler and complain because they want life to be easy. You know, it's not uncommon for people to use old barn boards and woods to create something beautiful in their home. Instagram and Pinterest are flogged with the ideas and pictures on how to do this, to make creations from old stuff to make your home more impressive. And there are many people that have made successful businesses because of this. Why? What is it about barn board and old things that makes it so nice? Well, it's because of the character and the uniqueness. With the years of being exposed to the harsh elements of the weather and bearing the storms and the scorching sun, it creates a unique look like no other. We are a lot like that, you and I. But in order to see that, we have to change our perspective on how we view ourselves. We need to stop viewing ourselves as broken and worthless. Now, let's be real, life is never easy. And because of this, sometimes we place lesser value upon ourselves and on our own lives. And as we go through the harsh elements of what life brings, we feel worn out, we feel tired. We can find ourselves focusing on what our minds and bodies can no longer do, rather on the things that we can still do. And we can often be tempted to dwell on our past decisions and mistakes and our failures that we have made, feeling as though it's too late and that we cannot be used by God for the greater good. And this couldn't be further from the truth. The way I see it, the very storms and trials we have experienced and endured, the ones that have taken their toll on us physically, mentally, and emotionally are the same ones God desires to use for good. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." And even though these things may have brought us about much pain and stress and sleepless nights, causing a few more wrinkles and gray hair, we are told that inwardly we are being renewed. What the world sees as broken and worn out, God sees as beautiful and just beginning. I can guarantee you that when the farmers built these barns 100 or 200 years ago, they would have never have guessed that they now would be used to make someone's house look beautiful. But remember, it was because of the harsh elements and the scorching sun that made the wood unique and beautiful. These pieces of wood behind me would not have the character it had if it remained inside, sheltered and protected. It needed to experience life and all that comes with it. We can choose to shelter and protect ourselves because of fear that we are worn out and we have nothing to offer. Or we can acknowledge that we can offer beauty and hope to others around us because of the hardships that we have endured. Let's not forget that Jesus can use the hard weather in your life to produce beautiful souls. Souls that, if we allow, will glorify God. Life is not easy, but if we try to make each day a celebration and allow the Holy Spirit to fill us and strengthen us, we will weather those old storms, growing into beauty, God's beauty. For I consider that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Romans 8, verse 18. God bless.